What the? Okay, there it goes. What the? For some reason, my game DirectX things and okay, whatever. They didn't pick up. Yo, it's Saberwolf, Nick. Yeah. Wow, this is a really great intro. Doing a little ScrimCasting. It's been a couple days. Been like a week. It's probably been like 2 weeks. I don't know. It's been a while. But I am joined with the one, the only, the Chunksmeister. What's going on, Chunks?
Hello, just hanging around. What about you?
Oh, like, gonna watch some Han and talk about it and, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's been a little while since we casted a game.
Has it been?
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it so much so. All 3 viewers right now, I love you guys for tuning in. But it looks like they have already started with the banning phase. And we're going to start the picking phase. So, first and foremost, we have 2 teams, Free Ploopy versus ioyn. Free Ploopy is a bunch of people that we know. Whose team is this? Is this Drew's new team, or?
Yes. So, his old team, aka my old team, I think we have disbanded, so okay. We're not playing. So, because Smatrix wants to play more, he made a new team, and I'm not playing on it because I'll be playing a new Diablo patch, which hits next Friday, so I won't have time for any Hans. So
priorities. Well, yeah. So you guys recognize some of these names from Latin America or homoeroticism. They both went by those 2 awesome names. And then ioyn has some relatively well-known players. If you would have watched the Han Tour qualifiers, a couple of these guys were on there. Bilbo Swaggin is definitely a name that comes to recollection. But it's probably going to turn out to be a decent game. These players all seem to be right around the similar skill level. So every one of these, for the most part, every one of these players was involved in the Han Tour qualifiers and made it relatively pretty far through the bracket. So I guess we can start talking about the bans and the picks. But it looks like Smacktrix banned out Ravener and Parasite. Pretty typical. All in Excess banned out Midas and Behemoth. So seems like, pretty standard. If they're not going to get banned, they're going to get picked characters.
Yeah. I know that the Ravenor ban was first. The reason being is because of the brown player, Momentine. He plays Ravenor really well, so I think that's more of a player ban over a draft ban.
All right.
So I'll put it out there.
Well, because this is gold tier, pretty close to diamond tier. Like I said, some of these guys almost made diamond tier. The heroes that we're going to see come out are going to be pretty typical of what we're seeing in the meta right now. So in that light, we see Smacktrix, snap pick that Moria because if she's not banned, she's picked in every game. And then to follow that up, the counter to Moria, all in Excess, selected that Moraxus, followed by the Magmus and Swiftblade. So basically, four characters that we see a lot of. And RandoPub has a hover on the Scout, which would have been pretty fun to see, but we do see the Scout come out. I mean, not the Scout, but the Tremble come out. So, yeah, pretty standard so far. Do you think we might see an oddball pick come out of either one of these teams?
Oddball pick? I highly doubt it. Reason being is because the Legion team is a new team. So I think right now they want to try and just lay down their teamwork rather than try new things right now. So I think that right now, because they are new, their teamwork might lack. So that's what I think. On the Hellborn side, I think that they will pick standard picks as well because they don't know how strong the Legion team might be. So I think they want to play right now in their comfort zone.
Now, I guess in that same light, we see teams like We Are Russ. It recently comes to mind whenever I think about this. But the Dominator, he has a tendency to pick up heroes that are essentially the best player-hero composition. Not necessarily team-wise, but just, if you have a player that's absolutely amazing with Grinex, they'll pick up Grinex solely because that player can play him at a level that nobody else can really contest with, regardless of who he's going against. do you know if any of the players on either one of these teams has a hero that they play in that regard?
As in like a new and innovative.
Well, maybe not new and
hero,
innovative, just like, from a drafting perspective, if you're drafting for a certain player on your team and he says, "Yo, pick me such and such, I'll make it work no matter who I'm going against," or "Pick me such and such, it's my absolute best character, it's left on the board, I'm gonna wreck against whoever it is." Is there any player within either one of these teams that has a hero that they could do that with?
Just looking at the players, there isn't anyone that will come to mind. Yeah, whenever I play with or against these players in matchmaking, they usually play the very standard heroes ones,
Gotcha.
which are picked almost all the time. So it's really hard to say if these players know how to play any unique heroes at a high skill level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we can continue on with the picks. I guess we touched real quick on the Tremble pickup that was followed by an Ophelia pickup from All in Excess, but looks like they went through the second round of bans, and Smacktrix banned out the Rhapsody and Glacius, taking out two of the higher tier supports. I like the fact that Glacius is coming back onto the scene. It's like people were realizing that it's not that like nothing really changed with the hero in the last, say, like, I don't know, 4 months or so, and people were realizing, hey, Glacius is actually pretty good support. And then All in Excess banned out Bubbles and Kraken. Both of those characters are relatively decent offlaners. In the meta, we don't really see either one of those two characters shine, but it's probably more or less a preference ban where he doesn't want to go against either one of those offlaners. And then Smacktrix snap picked that Warbeast, and All in Excess picked up the Hellbringer. So now let me ask you this: I know that it looks like Smacktrix picked up that Electrician. Does the Electrician Purge work on
Hellbringer's ultimate?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It works exactly like a Nullfire Blade.
So okay, that's because I was actually talking to Chunks. I don't know if you guys are listening to me on the stream a little bit earlier, but I was talking about a game that I watched a rebroadcast of because I'm that much of a Han nerd. But it was Russian Dagons versus why do I forget the name of the teams that I was watching? Regardless,
Revolution versus
it wasn't Revolution.
Fingers,
it was the winners bracket.
So
I think
Chopstick it was versus
Russian Dargons.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, basically, they picked up a silhouette. Russian Dargons picked up a silhouette, and Chopstick Gaming, picked up the Electrician, and it was really cool to see how the Electrician could purge the null, like even purge a nullstone off of the real silhouette to easily determine if it was an illusion or not by using what the hell's the ability? What is it? Energy absorption? Yeah, energy absorption. So, but yeah, it was really cool because he could just instantaneously with cleansing shock destroy the silhouette illusion and forced her to buy a Geo's Bane. But besides the point, it was just really cool because that's like the hardest thing to deal with when you're going against a silhouette is dealing with the split push of those illusions and or being able to teleport back and forth to the illusion itself. And the Electrician was like a direct counter to that. So I need to actually turn on my... Yeah. Well, I'll do that in 1 second. But I need to do my good stuff. Alright. Now that I'm good, I can switch the overlay. Alright. Alright, sweet. We are good to go. And I got that smoothing down. God, I love smoothing. Looks so good on a cast. Alright, okay, so that last pickup was Fayde, which is pretty cool. I'm a big Fayde lover. I love Fayde. But what the hell did I just do? I just like bound my camera to Fayde. Okay, there we go. So what do we got lane set up here? Chunks, how do you think the lanes are gonna work out?
Legion team, how I think it'll work out would be Electrician up top, Warbeast in the jungle, middle would be Magmus, bottom Tremble, and the Moria can either be middle or bottom. I'm not entirely sure. It really depends on how they lane it. On the Hellborn side, I think it'll be, it'd be a Moraxus bottom, Fayde middle, with Hellbringer and Swiftblade up top. 100%.
Yeah, I guess if I would have looked at it for more than 10 seconds, I probably would have been able to figure that. I'm kind of curious how this, if you're gonna send, well, I mean, if we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna have a Fayde. I mean, Fayde middle against this Magmus.
I think it's an even matchup. Fayde against Magmus? Yeah, I think Magmus has a slightly better advantage there. Just the reason being is because of his passive, his volcanic touch.
Yeah.
But,
I was just going to say, that the last several games I've watched with Magmus middle, he's pretty much wrecked everybody he's gone against. Now, I mean, I don't know if Smacktrix is going to be able to play that in that same light as several of the other people that I've watched recently, but with that passive, I think Fayde's going to have a difficult time staying in the lane. And what's great about whenever you put Magmus in the middle lane is even if the creeps do get pushed into the opponent's tower, just the way that the lane is designed with the distance that's in between and how the ramps work, the creep waves essentially move back and forth between the towers. There is really no advantage or disadvantage. The only thing you need to make yourself aware of is the positioning of the wave at that current time, just to facilitate ganks from the upper river or lower river. But we're in a strategy pause.
Let's get it
and
on.
as I say that, we come out of the strategy pause. Alright, so let's watch these typical lanes set up. God, man. I was going to say we have some Wombo combo on the Hellborn team, but it's, you know what, there's no more Wombo combo than we really have from the Legion team. Based on the lineups that you see, which team do you like before the game even starts?
That's a really hard question because I think that it really depends on how these players play. For instance, on the Legion side, they have a Tremble and Warbeast, and those are very big split pushing heroes. And on the Legion side, they had Fayde, Moraxus, Hellbringer, which are heavy and huge teamfight heroes. So if Hellbringer makes a lot of teamfights, then I think that they have a better chance on winning. So the game here was remade because they were using Night Flux and because they had a placeholder as their 5th on the Hellborn team. Or he's their sub, I'm not entirely sure which one. But they do remake, and I think it was a bit laggy as well.
Okay.
That was one of their concerns. So.
Oh, are they going to redraft?
No.
Are they going to do tournament rules all pick?
All pick, most likely.
Good luck. Good.
Yeah, so Ophelia picked though. So with this Hellborn lineup, if they snowball really well because they have both Ophelia and Fayde, hopefully they're able to push the towers down really early because I don't think the Hellborn. I don't think the Legion team has a lot of counter push right now in the early game. So
I mean, late game wise, regardless of the Swiftblade, someone host. All right, what's going on? Got a hosting bug. Scrims, guys, gotta love scrims.
So if the Hellborn team has an early lead, they have a better chance on winning. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, I was gonna say late game. I think, I always say this in every we go tit.
We got it.
We got it. I don't have an invitation, private.
I like the lobby name.
We'll see what it is in 2 seconds. This is a rat. Oh, man. But back to what I was saying, I think regardless of the Swiftblade, because we know Swiftblade is pretty ridiculous late game. I do think the Legion team has the later game edge. And I always say this, and I don't know if there's a lot of people that agree with me or disagree with me, but anytime you have a Magmus that can get a full channel ulti on an entire team, just that ultimate alone can completely swing a fight. So, you know, I don't know how well Smack plays Magmus, but I think if he can get off some good ultis, regardless of how far ahead the Hellborn team may be early on in the game, I think that they'll be able to keep it close no matter what. And who are they waiting on now?
Nightflux. He's apparently he's on in literally 5 minutes. So.
Wait, so we're waiting another 5 minutes?
Supposedly.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, guys, I'm going to put this screen to be right back. And I guess we'll just jump into the game whenever it gets here.
Are you muting now, or what?
No. I'm just going to put some music back on there.
I can't talk smack about you then. Never mind.
About me?
Yeah, about you. I'll berate you for all the things you do wrong in life.
Thanks.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Hey, man. Diablo. I can't wait for it. Huge patch. Huge patch. Witch Doctors had a huge buff. So, I can't wait.
I want Crusader to have a huge buff.
They have a new build, actually. So, so when you played last, you were building a Roland's build, right?
It's a shield bash build, yeah.
Shield bash. So
the thing about it was you just you melted through your whatever the hell that stuff was called.
Yeah.
The holy shit or whatever it is.
So there's a new set which is being released for the Satyr. Let me find it. It's the Blessed Hammer build.
Okay, that's sort of what I was doing a Blessed Hammer build, but it didn't do any damage. It was shit.
I think it was wait, no. Sorry, it's the Immortal Kings build. No, that's Barb. I'm an idiot. One sec, let me find it. I've actually spent like the past month reading like Diablo stuff.
You have any links?
Yeah, I'm looking for them right now.
Hammered in? Is that what you're talking about? I see like an update from July 1st. Hammered in build.
Hey folks, this is
I forget what the name of the actual set's called, but basically, 1 second.
This is a TR preview, so everything is subject to change, but this build is
I think it's this build.
capable.
I think I'm watching it right now
on
YouTube.
First try, with almost zero practice with this build, and I think this could easily be pushed into the high 50s or even further. We're gonna give a rundown on the skills and items you need, but just remember this is PTR, and everything is subject to change, so do check back in the future for updates to this build when patch 2.3 goes live. Now this build revolves around the new Mountain of the Light set. This is the
Mountain of the Light set.
We're talking about Blessed Hammer. That's
Does ring a bell.
your main damage dealer, and we'll be relying on Falling Sword to keep us alive. Because for 8 seconds after using Falling Sword, you take 50% less damage. That's about all there really is to know about this set. On top of that,
Jesus
I threw
Christ,
in a focus
it
and
does
restraint.
so much
I just
damage.
love the spec for damage, but if you're playing solo and you really want to push the highest grade of rifts, you'll likely have to go for a convention of elements instead, along with a unity ring, but we'll get back to gear a little later. Let's start with the skills. Now first thing to note, you can run this build with or without a generator. Because I'm using focus and restraint, I'm going with the generator, and I'm using /Zeal purely to get that attack speed buff. But I'll keep testing to see if other generators work better. Later I'll explain what you're gonna do if you're not gonna use a generator. But onto the meat and bones, Blessed Hammer.
So all I know is that it's a hammer
This will
build.
be a lightning build. The Thunderstruck
Secret of
rune
Light or
makes us a
something.
little bit more of an AoE power, spreading out the damage over a wider area. And as we've established in the past, area damage is
All I
key
know
in
is
this
that
game.
it's,
Next we have
it's an
Speed
in-your-face
Charge Endurance.
kinda
This is a
build.
simple
Yeah.
mobility skill. I was
I
actually
think
considering
you'll like
using
that.
Draw and Quarter instead of
You do play
Endurance,
the,
but
Satyr.
overall Steed Charge is indispensable. Next we have Provoke Cleanse. We need this as a Wrath generator.
Okay, they're back
Also
in the
help
game.
with survivability
Yay!
Thanks to that additional.
Pause this build. We're back. People that are watching the stream, here we go. Boom! Wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the game screen. Fuck it. There we
So
go.
same picks. I'll pick. No more drafting.
Cool. We're back. Oh, I gotta kill my music. Alright, guys. Let's see what happens here. I don't see anybody different at all. I don't see your knight guy.
Night Flux. I don't know where he is. Apparently,
So they remade to get their 5th in for nothing.
pretty much.
God, this makes my YouTube uploads so hard. Alright, so are we going to see another strat pause come out? I hope to God
No.
not.
They basically know who's and where, so
Yeah. Okay, they're sending Tremble top, which is freaking me out, unless they're just going to go up there to the woods.
he's placing a mound.
And, you know,
That's the only reason why.
Smack
he'll be
tricked his
there.
head and bottom. Magmus. It's freaking me out.
So Electrician middle. That's what I'm seeing. Warbeast top. Okay. Okay, so Legion team, I was actually wrong with their lanes. So I think they're going to have Magmus a jungle, Tremble bottom with Moira.
Magmus
Warbeast up
jungle?
top. Yeah.
How does that work?
So all you do is you pull the first creep wave, and you basically you bring the
You use the creep
creeps
wave to kill
around
the creeps.
to every camp,
Yeah.
and then you try and keep the enemy creeps alive as long as possible.
I've
while
seen
you
Balfagor.
take the camps,
Yeah, I've seen
so.
Balfagor players do that a lot. I mean, okay. I don't
It is
know.
a thing,
I don't know if I
so
agree with this, but all right.
I think it's fine. I don't think there's a huge issue with it.
You really? Because I have a feeling that this Hellbringer is gonna box out this Warbeast oh so well.
Yeah, but the Warbeast has his wolves, and he can easily gain lane control that way. So I think Warbeast is in an okay spot where he can farm safely.
I don't know.
having
I don't think.
much
I mean,
Hellbringer.
against the Hellbringer, ugh, I don't know. It's gonna be rough. Well, regardless, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. We do have the Electrician middle against the Fayde. I guess a similar situation that I was talking about earlier with the Magmus. I still think that the Engineer is gonna come out on top just because of
the
well, the
engineer.
yeah, or not the Engineer, the Electrician. Why do I do that with these two characters? I call Engineer Electrician, Electrician Engineer. I'm terrible at that. But yeah, with the shield and the Cleansing Shock, this Fayde. I mean, does Cleansing Shock still mana? No.
Cleansing shock, yes, it does.
Does
No,
it?
only energy absorption does.
Energy absorption. Okay, so they both have an ability that steals mana, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see how these two pan out. We have the Moraxus bottom versus the Tremble and the Moria, and we know how Moraxus deals against the Moria. He should be able to man up on her pretty easily. And we have Magmus jungling, this is the first time I've ever seen this in a competitive game.
I played it a few times. If you're, oh no, but you didn't
In a
watch those
competitive
games.
game?
In scrims, yeah, and even in the Hauntor qualifiers, I did once or twice.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that how you put Revolution in the losers bracket? Ayo!
I think so. It was one of those games.
Shut up! Get the fuck
telling
out of here.
you.
I'm a Revolution
I'm telling
fanboy. Anybody watching the stream? Send me your autograph. Alright, so we're a minute in. Let's see what these creep stats look like. Electrician's doing work. 6-0. That's almost perfect. And Warbeast has more last hits than
Let's
Swiftblade.
get on.
So go Warbeast.
Tell you, man. Warbeast is gonna have a lovely time up top. very lovely time. And once he's level either 4 or 5, he can farm Ancients as well. So that's another plus on having an offlane Warbeast.
Do you think that's where he'll transition?
He will if he won't be able to farm top. But right now, like, he pulled another wave, so he has another free wave of experience.
So I guess the one downfall whenever you decide that you're gonna jungle a character like this, that you're dependent upon the enemy creep wave, the enemy team knows where you are at all times. So I guess Fayde doesn't necessarily have to worry about being ganked. The Moraxus doesn't have to worry about being ganked. So early game aggression in that regard is going to be very minimal. You're probably just going to see straight up creep farming battles come out of each one of these players.
Well, Magmus right now, so I think once he takes this Vagabond leader, he'll be level 3, and then he can buy boots and either gank middle, gank bottom, roam, or he can even just hang in the forest more and farm. But I think it's really inefficient. So I think if he has boots right now, which I think he does, then I think that if he roams and ganks, it is better. But in the middle lane,
I mean, here's the thing: they could kill this Fayde. You know, especially
easily,
if he gets 1 point in grip, which he doesn't have one right now, but if he gets 1 point in grip, that's definitely enough time for the Magmus to rotate over from the yellow camp, from upper river, anything, and a stun in, especially with the energy absorption sitting on top of him, or the energy shield sitting on top of him. We do have some action bottom. It looks like Magmus did rotate down bottom, and Shards of Harkon do come out, but that counter with the Moraxus stops it, and everyone's going to walk away. See, I don't think a lot of people realize, whenever you put a hero in a matchup like that, that's actually great whenever they try to gank him and it fails completely. Especially if you have a hard carry that you're trying to...
in the mid lane?
Yeah, I've been watching in the mid lane. He doesn't have a point in grip yet, so regardless
That's
of
fine.
what he does.
He doesn't need one, if anything.
But I did see that Smacktrix did rotate over, and I missed the Bloodlust top where the... Looks like... Wait, how the hell... Oh, the dogs! The dogs got the kill on the Hellbringer. Well, I guess that's a consolation prize for the Warbeast. He's not going to get any experience from him, but at least he gets that gold. And Electrician is having a hell of a time. 21 creep kills. First, the only person even close is the Swiftblade, who has made a pretty decent recovery. And we do have some action again in this bottom lane. Tremble is doing some work. I don't think this Moraxus is going to be able to get away. He doesn't have enough mana for the stomp, so we're going to see dead locomotive here in 2 seconds. And Magmus does come over to get the body block off just to ensure it doesn't KS. Which, if this was a solid TMM game, we would have seen some KS come out. Burning Shadows for the Fayde.
Huge juice off of it.
Yeah, nice juice.
Huge juice.
And he's sitting on that DD. I don't know. I guess that was a good rotation from the Hellbringer, because if he wanted to come over, that probably would have been a dead Fayde.
Most likely, yeah.
So what do we think? What are we seeing here for items? I mean, obviously we're going to see Moraxus prioritize the portal key. That's what he's going to try to get before anything else. I imagine we might see something like an Astrolabe potentially come out on him too, or a Hellflower. But I'm curious what we're going to see on this Fayde. I mean, do you think we're going to get a portal key? And this Electrician is manning up, and he gets killed because of it. Rotation from the Ophelia and the Hellbringer. And that was a pretty decent... Did the Skeleton King get the grasp? Did I miss that? Because I know the Burning Shadows landed.
It did hold him in place, and then Fayde followed up with his Burning
Well,
Shadows.
Moraxus is in another bad spot. He's going to try to man up on this Moria, and he might actually get the kill on her. There's the kill. Tremble doesn't have enough mana. Well, I guess he doesn't really need the mana to... Okay, so he's going to get the kill anyway. Regardless. I was going to say, how Dark Swarm costs what? Doesn't cost anything.
Dark Swarm, it's basically a rot, but... Yeah.
Does it
it's
hurt
like a rot, but then... No. It's like a rot, but rather than spend health, it spends mana.
Okay, but what does it cost?
Mana.
No, I get that, but how much mana?
20 mana
Jeez.
per second.
20 mana per second. Alright, so you had enough for it. That's all I wanted to know.
You didn't say how much it cost. You said what it cost, so it's either mana or health. So
Oh man, this Fayde. She gonna have to
middle
burn her ultimate? She's gonna have to burn her ultimate to get away. She had to burn her ultimate to get away and she almost died!
yeah.
And Smacktrix is rotating. I don't know if he's going to try for that long stun. Nope. He's not.
Yeah. Electrician, though, is having a wonderful time in the middle lane. He can literally fade and deal damage at the same time.
I mean, you look at it like this. He got ganked and died. He's 0-1-0. He's still a higher level than the Fayde. And, I mean, his GPM is slightly lower, but that's because of the death. But he's really commanding this lane. Like, the Fayde can't come down here by herself. If she comes down here by herself and it's known that she's by herself, he can just basically man up on her and burn her and make her walk back to the well again, which he's going to do the exact same thing. She casts Burning Shadows on him, but he's just going to walk her down and keep doing it over and over again. This Moraxus, I think he's having a little bit difficult time staying in experience range.
It is hard now because Tremble has his little Boris friend now, so it is hard to actually stay in lane. So I think right now it is better if he tries to roam, but he can't roam middle because he's against an Electrician who's insanely tanky. So the best thing right now he can do is just leech experience bottom.
Am I like weird because I still call Boris Shutter?
No.
Alright.
You're just really old school.
Shut up! Alright? I've been playing this game for far too long.
I've been playing this game for like a few months. Well, no, you've been playing for a few months longer than me.
I played I played almost a year of beta. More than a year of beta. I played like a year and a half of beta.
I played beta for like a week and I stopped. So
yeah, I played like a year and a half, and I was so excited whenever, because like the Saberwolf account that I play under now, I wasn't actually the account that I played on. I had 1,000 games on another account, and I had to get rid of it just so I could get the name Saberwolf, because you know I gotta have my account.
All right, so let's talk about the Warbeast up top. I don't know what he's building. I would like him to have a ring of the teacher right now.
Yeah, it's gonna come out.
Because it would help his wolves, and I would rather him max his battle cry over his wolves right now because his battle cry would help everyone on his team.
He just bought it. Scarab's coming to him right now, so.
Yeah, I think it's really late though because he still has gold built up, and I would like him to actually work on ancients, if he can't hang in lane.
Like, they're going to try to man up on this Electrician, but Smacktrix is in the absolute perfect position here. I think they might actually still get the kill on the Electrician. Oh, man, I don't know why.
I think he's fine. If Magmus stuns, and he's completely safe. There we go. There's the stun.
I think if he would have stunned earlier, they might have actually been able to get a kill there.
It is debatable. It might have been possible, but...
I mean, he watched both of them rotate down on him, and they both got their skills out before he even decided to walk close to him. But the Fayde is rotated bottom. They're going to try to jump on this Tremble. And Tremble's got to know something's up because this Moraxus is on his ass hard. Burning Shadows does land. The call comes out. The stomp. And we have a dead Tremble bottom. And right now, the Help Board, surprisingly, has 3,000 experience lead, 2,000 gold lead. I did not... I mean, it was pretty even up until about a minute ago. So we're bringing the teacher that came out on the Warbeast. Obviously, he's going to prioritize that Abyssal Skull. Looks like Swiftblade is building into the Runed Axe. A lot of Swiftblades I've seen recently haven't been picking up the Runed Axe, just going for the straight Frostburn. I mean, I can't say I disagree with it, because a lot of them have been wins, but I think the Runed Axe on Swiftblade is like one of the absolute core items whenever it comes to excelling that character into the later game.
No, I agree. But the reason why it's not picked up as often is because he already has an ability where he can farm, he can spin.
Well, the Moraxus, he's rotating in behind this Electrician. They did have sight of him coming through. The Moria, she channeled her, what the hell is that called? Ephemeral Forge, but... And I can't believe he stayed as far up as he did. They saw him walk past, unless he lagged out. Did he lag out?
I don't think he did.
The Electrician?
He's not known for lagging, no.
I was gonna say, because the Moraxus walked right through a ward, but he stayed right up in the creep wave. He was almost on top of him by the time Fayde casted the Burning Shadows.
Maybe he wasn't looking at the mini-map, or he wasn't paying attention to his teammates, because I have no idea how that happened, but it happened, and he paid the price for it.
He did. Swiftblade has some decent damage done to this tower. If he can clear this next creep wave without any contention from anybody rotating up here, this tower is going to fall within this next, if not this creep wave, the absolute next one. So 400 life now. See the spin come out. The Warbeast is rotating up here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything. The only thing about it is that heavy ballistic. He's got to try to avoid putting it in deny range, because if the creep wave gets pushed up with a simple rotation of any other character on the map, that tower is going to be easily denied, and they don't want to miss out on that gold. Right now they have a relatively decent lead, and that tower will just put them, further ahead than what they already are. So this Fayde, who was getting dumped on early on by this Electrician, has she's 3-0-0, and they're going to deny the tower. Oh, wow, okay, so Warbeast couldn't get the deny even with Smack Tricks on the Magmus there. They do stun in on the Swiftblade. They're both running out.
Ultimate.
There's the R pop. Nice bounce between them, and Swiftblade is in a bad spot. He needs, I don't know if Ophelia is going to try to get that send back. Is she going to get that send back? Is it on cooldown?
She doesn't. No.
She got it on him, I think, maybe. Am I wrong? Yeah, he goes back. Oh, no, he died. He died. So, wow, there's a lot of chaos going on here. Ophelia is, she's manning up on the Tremble. Fayde's rotating in. Probably going to get a kill on this Electrician here. The call comes out. Ephemeral Forge. A little late joining the party, but it looks like they're going to be able to pressure this second tier tower. They have all the Ophelia creeps here. And the creep wave's right behind. Do you think they're going to pressure it? I think
they're pushing, yeah.
All they have is the Moria here. Electrician's down. There's no reason why they shouldn't pressure this tower. It looks like the Hellhounds are there. They're going to try to pull the creep wave, but they're still going to be able to get a decent amount of chip damage into this tower.
Yeah. Well, the Warbeast, he's useless if he has no ultimate. The Magmus has no ultimate. He's only level 5, so you didn't really have anything in the early game to actually contest this.
And the tower does go down.
Destroyed a Legion tower.
One thing is we haven't even seen Hellbringer ultimate yet, so the team fight potential hasn't even been realized yet by this Hellborn team. And regardless of what's going on, this Electrician, every single time I look at him in lane, he just looks like he's controlling the lane so well. Level 10, 0-3-1, almost 300 GPM, even though he's died 3 times. He's going to be able to bottle a Haste Rune bottom. Haste Rune on Electrician is pretty ridiculous. He's probably going to maybe pop this and go this on this Fayde. I don't know if Fayde's going to be able to do anything. The Magmus is rotating over. The Tremble's rotating over. If he goes up and grabs her now, she's dead. That's dead Fayde. So some auto attacks come out from Smack Tricks. She's going to fall. I don't know how long he was going to wait to stun in on that one. But he still had... Oh, did he consume the Haste Rune? He did consume the Haste Rune.
He did, yeah.
Okay. So they have to know that he put down that Rev Ward bottom. Just because the Electrician ran through at the same moment that he was there. He obviously wasn't scouting out the rune at like the 40-second mark.
Well, he did place a Lane Ward as well, so I don't know. I mean, he did place a Rune Ward as well, so I don't know if the orange player knows that he placed a ward, but I'm guessing he did because Boris placed a mound where the ward is, so...
I definitely think the longer this game goes on, the more the Legion team has... Well, the more of an opportunity the Legion team will have to get into this game.
I agree. Once Warbeast has more farm, he can split push towers and hopefully open up the map.
Magmus is about halfway there to his portal key. GPM is kind of trash right now, 180 GPM, but he should have it within the next... Oh, gosh. I don't know, next 8 minutes or so? I wouldn't say maybe 8 minutes, maybe less time than that if he can get himself involved in some kills.
I think if he was more active in the early game, then he would have had a better time, and Fayde wouldn't have been able to be 4-1 because Fayde's a snowball hero. He relies heavily on scouting and those early game pickoffs.
Now, Fayde is sitting on 300 gold. I know she's got something in her sash because she's got to have more than just phase boots. But Moraxus almost has that portal key. He's 400 gold off of it or 450 gold off of it. So they were grouped up middle there with the Ophelia creeps. I thought we were going to see a push on middle, but it looks like they're just going to be content, falling back to the jungle, clearing it out, letting Hellbringer put up some wards. and then regrouping. I think the Hellborn team, that's what they need to do right now. Like, they need to group and push. They need to utilize the Malefice. They need to utilize the viability of early game Ophelia creeps, in that it's hard to kill early game Ophelia creeps when you're only level 5 and level 8 and level 7. It's not, you can't just auto attack them 2 or 3 times and burst them down. It's difficult. And with this Electrician, I mean, I guess Tremble's doing some work. He's 400 GPM. But the Electrician, the thing about it is, like, Tremble without a Shrunken Head on him, I mean, he's got the Thunderclaw, but without the Shrunken Head, he's really easy to kite, and he's really easy to lock down and burst down. So I think as long as you capitalize on in a position where this Electrician is, he's probably not where he wants to be, and you can continue to push towers and, like, close the area in which they can farm, I think the Hellborn team would, it's just going to further their lead even more than what they are. And as you can see right now, the experience lead, which at one point was like 4K, has dropped down to 2K. So, I don't know. Moraxus did end up finishing the portal key.
And in the top lane, we have Fayde with his Blink Dagger, ups on the Warbeast.
Is he going to be able to get... Oh, he's dead for sure.
Yeah,
that's a nice pick.
So, yeah. Fayde, about his PK.
How does that happen? How? That's 2 towers now, where 2 people were on top of them.
I really wish I knew what's happening.
Oh my.
Those are easy tower knives, but...
Hey guys, just want to let you know, the heavy ballista, it attacks really slow. So what's the attack rate on a ballista? Let's look. So give me a lane that has a ballista.
Bottom lane.
Bottom lane. What's the attack? 2.7 seconds! Come on, guys! I mean, hell, I play Counter-Strike and I twitch at like 0.7 seconds, and I'm slow compared to most gamers out there. So, this Electrician, ooh my, I was going to say, he's chasing down ramp, probably not a good idea. Moraxus with that portal key. That was a lot of damage coming out from the Ophelia creeps. Hellbringers, I mean, what's he have? How does he have this level? Demonic Wave level 2. Demon Strike level 4. I've seen a lot of people leveling up the Demon Strike over the Demonic Wave, and even though the Demonic Wave gives you way more damage, they try to get to that Demon Strike level 4 just because of the 2 charges. A lot of people don't know, Fear goes through absolutely everything. So, what is it? Silence, Perplex, Disarm, Unit Walking. Why doesn't it say Fear in the description?
I really have no idea.
Because, I mean, that's what it does. It fears. And I missed another kill. It looks like this, this Fayde did some work. Did I miss a kill from the Tremble? Or no? So they're going to be able to catch his Tremble. I don't know if he was trying to clean up Asians. He was. Let me press Z here. Oh, no, he got a tower. My bad. So he got that tower in the bottom lane and decided to rotate up to the Ancients and ended up paying the price for it. So what little headway the Legion team did make, it's pretty much gone now. But yeah, if I look on the quick tip for Demon Strike, we have Demon Strike. Apply 1 second fear to the enemy after a short delay. I don't know why that doesn't show on the quick tip for the hero. But it just says, if we look at the quick tip here, Demon Strike effects, which doesn't say fear. 50% movement slow, silence, perplex, disarm, unit walking. But the point that I was trying to make is, fear goes through everything, boys and girls. It's just like a taunt. It's just like if you've ever been in a TMM game and you've had a Malikan sword throw in on your team and pop his ultimate and essentially have everybody run in circles scared. It's I don't know. It's an absolutely amazing ability. In order to give Hellbringer, because he wasn't strong enough, they gave Hellbringer two 1 second fears, and that's huge, especially if you can you can overlap them with stuns, and like I said, it goes through absolutely everything. The ability is just absurd. So whenever you level up the Demon Strike to level 4, you get that secondary charge, and it's great for team fights. It's absolutely amazing. You can fear, drop Malefice, fear again. What's Malefice do for CC?
It's an AoE stun.
So 1 second. So essentially, you have 3 seconds of CC that can come out of a hero, and the cast time between those is so incredibly quick. So let's see if they can actually defend this middle tower and get the deny on it. It has 47 life. I'll be highly disappointed if for some reason they don't get the deny on this one. Who called the pause on that one? Hellborn.
Hellborn team.
Who's trying to Skype with you? Who you cheating on me with, Chunks?
Nobody. He was just wondering if I could Skype, but I'm like, no, I can't. I'm busy right now.
Who is it? Who is it? Tell me.
Monksk.
Tell me right now.
Monksk.
Alright. I don't know who that is, but alright.
Exactly.
He's not better than me. That's all I know. What the hell is coming off a Hellbringer? These little skulls? The fuck? Oh, wait, what? What are those?
What do you mean?
What are those things coming off
Following
the
him?
orbs? Yeah. Weird as shit.
Bubbles?
Some bubbles. Da bubbles.
Bubbles? Yeah, looks like
I
that.
love getting into the. There's this place in Pittsburgh called Lulu's Noodles, and I always go there and I get mango smoothies with bubbles. And every time you get some woman on the phone, she's like, "You want that bubble?" You know, whenever I order mango smoothie, I'm like, "Yeah, can I get a mango smoothie?" And she's like, "Yeah, you want that bubble?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take some bubbles."
I'm just wondering, are they black?
No, they're not black. Wait, oh, you mean the bubbles?
Yeah, tapioca. That's what I'm wondering if it is or not.
Yes.
Tapioca, okay.
Yes. I thought you meant.
You meant the smoothie. You thought.
No, I thought you meant the
it was
person that I was
smoothie.
talking to. Oh my! I don't need too many Blasians. I'm going to say that right now. Pittsburgh doesn't have too many Blasians. Are they black? All right. So what's going on?
I have no idea.
Like what if the Hellborn is going to win this game? Which I mean, like I said, the longer this game goes on, the better opportunity the Legion team has to secure the victory. But what does the Hellborn team need to do besides pressure? I mean, obviously they got to keep the pressure up, and they're doing an okay job. I mean, I would think at this point in the game they'd have more towers than the Legion team, which they don't. But I mean, if you were the captain of this Hellborn team and you were in the position where, I mean, they got to know that they have a lead. What would you do? What would your call be to further this lead?
I'd say this: train. Have Fayde just provide vision with his ultimate, and then once you do that, you get a pick off, and then once you have a pick off, you push a lane.
So I like the early eye. I'm glad that came out, and I like the fact that Fayde picked up a push book. So just in case that portal key doesn't work, you got the push book, and she does have sight of this electrician who's going to try to go in and kill this one last skeleton king. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything. She does have DD, so she's auto attacking for a decent amount. She's going to look for somebody that's less tanky. That Helm of the Black Legion is it's pretty huge. I'm guessing he thinks there's something up because he's running bottom, or
The Hellborn was actually running it in the forest, and the Legion team had vision of them running in the forest.
I was going to say, because the vision doesn't exist there now, so I must have missed something.
It just expired. That's why.
Okay.
The ward.
So it looks like Fayde's going to have to wait for her next ultimate. She does have that Baldr regen rune too, which is pretty awesome. So she can go blow some. Can she use Burning Shadows on creeps or no? Like the farm creeps?
No.
It's just for heroes.
It only works on heroes.
Okay. So this is right now, like what they're doing, this is like the opposite of what I think they need to be doing. I'm 100% with you. I think they need to be training. I mean, the Swiftblade's huge, there's no doubt about that. But
Hellborn lacks the wards right now, so I think they need wards more in the Legion Forest for pickoffs to help Fayde. And once they have wards, if they pick off Tremble, it'll be huge. So.
And it looks like they're going to take an opportunity to clear out
forest.
these terror mounts, which is really smart of them because then they can ward and clear the terror mounts out, ward, and it's not like you have to worry about the Tremble appearing behind you whenever you decide to push a tower like bottom. Which is crazy that the fact that this tower is still up. Wish you could see like the vision of a tower. That ward seems awfully close. Well, they have a decent creep wave here. Swiftblade looks like he's going to go for the Frostburn. Do you think he's going to end up picking up the Abyssal Skull in this game?
The Hellborn have destroyed
Yes.
a Legion tower.
If he doesn't, then I will facepalm because it is almost a must-have on Swiftblade.
I'm really surprised. Well, I mean, we've seen it before where players get huge leads or they get decent leads and they end up right-clicking that Elder Parasite, which is, at this point I wouldn't think that you would see the Elder, because in most of the time whenever you see the Rune Dax, you don't see the Elder. But we do have a split push going on here. We have the Legion team pushing down that second tier tower, the Hellborn pushing down the second tier tower, and it looks like they're going to keep pushing. Who's going to flinch first?
I think Legion here has a way better trade because they're pushing both middle and top, while the Hellborn's only pushing bottom.
What I'm saying is, who's going to flinch first? Because the fact is, right now, if they go for straight up, like if they decide, if the Hellborn team decides that they're gonna stay and push, they're gonna win a race.
I'd say Hellborn team port, but then the Magmus is there. So if they port, Magmus
wow, okay, wow, that was huge by Smacktrix. They just, this is the thing. Now they're gonna kill Smacktrix, but they just need to stay in. Just stay in. Just go straight for the shrine.
I agree. If Hellborn pushes right now to the shrine, it's over. But I guess they're gonna take.
I mean, if the Swiftblade's back, just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. I don't like the Swiftblade's gonna die. I don't know why they just keep pushing. Why are they running back?
Too. He has a buyback. The Swiftblade. He can easily defend it. I would rather prefer if the Hellborn just pushed it all the way and just cancel as many TPs as they could.
Moria does throw down the Arcane Vortex to keep the Hellbringer from getting another cast off on this Warbeast, but I think he's gonna fall anyway. Here comes the call. Oh, just an auto attack. So,
huge plays out of Smacktrix, though.
Yeah, the Legion definitely benefited from that. I mean, they came out of that exchange way ahead. They got top tower, top secondary, mid base tower, plus the melee racks. I mean, I guess they did get the range racks in the bottom lane, but the thing about it is the Hellborn team now, they need to focus on that middle lane. Like, they have to focus on the middle lane.
I agree, yeah.
I think they should have just manned up. Like, if Smacktrix is going to go ahead and cancel those TPs, just man up and keep pushing. Because the fact is, they're down the Magmus. The Swiftblade already ported back. If he has to burn that buyback, it's not like they're going to be able to shrine. I don't know. I thought you only cast it in your language. Geos is greater than Frostburn. What is my language? I don't even know how to say your name. Miranda. What's my language? Is my language not English? I can speak in Pittsburghese if you want.
But I don't know about the Geo's pickup on Swiftblade. I would rather him build a Shrunken Head if he wanted.
It looks like he's gonna go Shrunken Head. Maybe either that or that's the first part of a Frostwolf skull. I mean, he never did. He finish the Frostburn? Did I miss that, or did he just have the Firebrand? I forget.
He had the Firebrand, and then he just made it into a Geo's.
Okay, so he never had the Frostburn?
He never had Frostburn.
Okay.
And what's happening?
So Fayde is going to sight out this Electrician, is going to sight out this Moria. This Moria is going to die real quick. Call does come out. She's going to be able to get away. Arcane Vortex does come out, catches everybody. She's going to jump in it with the Shards of Archon popped. Moraxus is there. Lands the big stomp. It looks like Fayde's going to push herself out of the middle. Wave comes in from Hellbringer, who does get stunned by Smacktrix on the Magmus. Swiftblade does come in with the ultimate, but there's too many people around. He's not going to get to kill anybody. The spin does come out. He's going to chase down the Tremble, try to actually... Yeah, okay, so... wow, a lot of stuff's going on. Maleficus does ultimately fall down. Electrician, who ended up picking up an Icon of the Goddess, is actually going to fall. That's a huge, huge wipe. Did Moria die, or did she just get away? She got away. Oh, Moria, my God. Yeah. That was Moira the first target Fayde went on, and she somehow survived.
So Moira was a one hit away from death, and Fayde, I don't know why, had turned onto I think it was Ophelia? No, sorry, it was onto Electrician, and I don't know why, but that was a huge Moira ultimate there.
Yeah, it was.
That's what caught everybody and half her team.
It absolutely caught. I thought we might see like a little bit of a counter because Moraxus came in right there at the end, and if those shards would have, some of those shards would have hit him, you know, it would have sped him up, soaked up some of that damage that would have hit everybody else, but her shards hit everybody besides Moraxus. It looks like they're going to rotate to this Kongor. They do have vision of them coming in here. Everybody's up with the exception of the Electrician. I don't know if they can defend this. The Wolves are obviously going to come in, but I don't think they're going to be very afraid of the Wolves. Wolves.
Swiftblade has a Basher now.
I thought you were... Oh, he thought I was Brazilian?
What?
Oh! I tell you what. Mirin, I don't even know how to say your name. I'm just going to call you Mur.
Oh, and the Fayde is helping on the Tremble.
The stun does miss. The Tremble did pop that Shrunken Head, though. And Swiftblade lands a huge crit to kill the Ephemeral Forge and one auto attack. It's always nice. I'm not paying attention. I'm paying attention to Mur. Mur calling me a Brazilian. Do I sound Brazilian?
He lives in Pennsylvania.
I can try to talk like Anderson Silva. I know he's Brazilian.
Oh dear.
But Hellbringer picks up that the Void Talisman. I guess it's okay. I mean, I don't necessarily think I would be too worried about auto attack damage. The only one you're gonna get the auto attack damage coming out from is I mean, the Warbeast maybe, because the thing about it is the bulk of Tremble's damage right now. Besides, if he does get that nice double attack. Shout out to Chunks from our friend Narcy.
Oh, it's Narcy. What's up, dude?
Narcy, brother for life. That's what he says.
Brother for life.
I haven't talked to
Amigos.
Narcy in a hot minute. I haven't played any games with him. It's been a while since I've played with Narcy when he's playing Angry Pebbles. My favorite type of pebbles, Angry Pebbles.
Narcy, aka Bucklow. He knows what I'm talking about.
All right.
Bucklow.
But yeah,
Best
right
name
now,
ever.
13,000 experience lead, 10,000 gold lead for the Hellborn team. Fayde had some idea that somebody was top, but she's not going to be able to set anyway because they just poured it out. And Swiftblade is he's doing his best mound clearing job. There's mounds everywhere. I tell you what, this Tremble is actually he's doing work keeping these mounds up. The Magmus, he has the PK, so that's a plus side. I really haven't seen him use it to the potential that he probably can. But like I said, I'm going to fall back to it. Like I said earlier on in the game, well-placed Magmus ulti. I don't see any shrunken heads on that Hellborn team. Well-placed Magmus ulti, and boom, game immediately flips. There goes your 14,000 experience lead real quick. So Tremble's, he's doing his best split push. I mean, he's doing what he can. And they're going to try to defend this base. Looks like they're going to pressure the top lane. Swiftblade does have that token. And he picks up the Brutalizer. I thought for sure that would be a Shrunken Head. But apparently I don't know Han. So Brutalizer comes out. We don't see Shrunken Head on anybody. I'm telling you, Drew lands a big ultimate here. The game is going to take a very interesting turn. He does blink and stun it. I don't know if that was the best decision because he's probably going to fall. He does fall. Moraxus does get the stun off with a blink. Warbeast is running in. Oh man, a lot of chaos going on. Malefice drop. Malefice does drop. Tower's going to fall. 3 dead on the Legion team right now. Moraxus does blink in, catches the Electrician. They are pressuring the Rax right now. These Rax are going to fall. Electrician is trying to man up the best that he can, but he's taking too much damage from the Swiftblade. The right click is just too real. And that's the game. I don't know if that was the best decision by Smacktrix on the Magmus. If he's going to stun in like that, he might as well. I don't know if he thought he was going to be able to get out. I mean, it looks like he was building a push book or something.
I think he just wanted to harass there and slightly delay the push, but I guess it didn't work out.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, so if you stun in, unless you're catching both Moraxus and Fayde, is that really the best decision?
Well,
because
really
you know that there's PK stuns on both of those characters.
Yeah, I think if he had like a tablet, it would have helped there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I think it was worth it as well because Magmus is only level 10, and I think it's better if he hangs in the back and just waits to blow his ultimate.
I learned this on a Honcast stream. I don't know if it was Zenui or Saint Rocks or somebody was talking about it, but you could probably attest to this because you play a decent amount of Magmus. But until you get that level 11, level 2 ultimate, no matter what you do, you're going to miss out on the first pulse of Magmus's ultimate if you try to channel it and stun it in before you hit level 11. So it doesn't really do that much damage. But in that same light, I didn't realize Magmus was only level 10. So, and if you look at the level breakdown, you can see the discrepancy of experience toward the end there. So, I take it they're not running it back.
1 second.
Let's find out if they're going to run it back.
One of Auburn's players had to leave, but I think they might have a sub.
I guess we're going.
I'm finding out.
Guess I'm up for another. Well, it looks good so far. Have I dropped any frames? Let's look. Curious. No drop frames. Boom. Posted.
So they're making another game. All
They're
right.
making another game. Sweet. I imagine sides are going to get flipped here.
Yes, most likely. If they don't, then they're idiots.
All right. Well, I guess I can go to the be right back screen, guys, and whenever they do decide to start this game.